I can.
Of course you can. Mike has the greatest hearing of us all.
I do.
But now they can hear us.
Now they can hear us.
They heard that Mike has the greatest hearing of them all.
You can tell this is going to be a truth-finding episode.
Yes.
Well, you moved your legs.
I did move my legs. I moved my legs, and it did not force me to. I'm fine right now. If I get up, I will look like an 80-year-old hunchback lady.
Oh, like one of us.
Yeah.
You're geriatric anyway.
I know. I'm a geriatric millennial, apparently.
This is true.
It's not elder millennial, it's geriatric millennial.
I just love it. It's my favorite term right now.
How rude. How rude. You get to be like the coolest generation.
Gen X.
Gen X. Like, that's
That's
cool.
a cool one.
Right?
But we get avocado toast.
Well, I can get
God.
avocado toast too.
That's our contribution to society.
And
avocado
unlike
toast.
a lot of millennials, I can afford avocado toast.
Hey.
Oh, man. We're
It's the world we live in. Right?
Adam's wondering how story. So for everybody in this pre-show chit chat, we've got a bunch of pea gravel for landscaping, and Mike has done 28 wheelbarrow loads and 700 and something shovels.
My back hurts thinking about it.
So we got it on Friday, and it was late in the day, and I was like, I just want to do one wheelbarrow load. Just to say we did it.
How,
so we've done a total of 29.
29 wheelbarrow loads.
Right, but I have to count the shovel. And we have done 725.
I wonder how many it would be in Skittles.
Shovel loads. Holy shit! That
15 tons of Skittles.
Oh
man!
Because we got 15 tons of pea gravel. So Mike would be more sore than I am. I just did the spreading because I got some bad sciatica.
As long as you wear your gloves with a shovel, because that will mess up your hands.
Oh yeah, we both have gloves, but I still got a blister from. I got 2 on my pinkies probably because I hold it the wrong way. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, it's weights and cardio. But oh my god, it is just so exhausting. And we do have a little hill that we have to run down and make a turn on the hill. Yeah. And I was worried that I was going to tip the wheelbarrow, and I was going to be more upset that I tipped the wheelbarrow than me getting hurt. Like just femur sticking out of my leg. but I didn't drop it at all.
It's not.
But my left arm, I think I've maybe pinched a nerve or something, because I can feel it here and down into my elbow. Yeah. And I don't know if it's a muscle or what.
Okay, well, we're taking it easy the rest of the day.
Well,
obviously.
we're done for the day.
We're done for the day. We're done for this day.
But 29 wheelbarrow loads.
Proud of you. You did a good job.
And well, you pushed it all.
I spread it around.
Yeah, but you have a torn up back. So we did it together.
It's just gotta get done.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Fucking hate that.
Now, next time you're watching Mike shovel everything, I need you from the balcony with a glass of wine. Shout, "Look down!"
Look down.
And then we just go into it.
Down.
Neighbors walking by with their dogs, like, what's happening?
What is this?
Yeah. Though, she was watching YouTube, but I told her to watch YouTube because that allows me to get
it's my morning Saturday morning.
But it also allows me to get some wheelbarrow loads in
YouTube.
there.
All right, we're behind schedule, folks.
I know. Let's get this party started. Let's get this on the road.
Let's do this bullshit.
I'm getting warm now, but we'll see how this freezing. All right, do you want a countdown?
Of course, I want to count down.
All right. All right.
Don't throw your back out.
Oh God. And we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Cosmos with Cosmos, High in the Sky edition. I am Brandon.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Mike.
And
we should have gotten a clapper. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, we got the clapper. Anyway, it's High in the Sky for May coming up here. I had my weird NPR, late Sunday voice on, but that's fine. I guess we should get into it. Mike, what are you drinking?
I'll just put it down. All right, I'll do this one right here because you all right, so I'm calling mine Black Hole Number 3. And when I came up with that name, I heard Blur in my head. Song 6. Woohoo!
Oh.
The whole
Okay.
time.
I was thinking Mambo number 5.
Interesting connection.
I was. Why would I do Mambo number 5?
I don't know, just in my head.
Mambo number 5, but no, but I had Blur when I.
All
right. Black Hole Number 3, which is I guess we'll find out what that is in the news section. So
I guess
everybody.
we will.
Oh, this just has cinnamon whiskey and cranberry because I was lazy.
Oh, you know.
That's one of those days. I got you.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine.
cheers.
That's fine.
Prost.
Prost.
Liz, what you got?
I am drinking the Puts Hair in Your Chest.
Oh, okay.
To go with a little hairy theme.
Let us know how that goes.
Upcoming. But this is basically just an old fashioned, but with peach syrup. So it's a peach old fashioned.
Peach syrup.
I wanted
nice.
to try the peach syrup. I haven't actually tried it yet, so let's see. Pinky's out. There's a hair.
There's just ace of hair everywhere.
Well, because there's hair in your chest now, so get used to this new life of hair.
So there's hair. It fits perfectly.
And the verdict is going to be...
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Ooh.
Nice. You get a little hint of peach,
Oh,
but you got the bourbon in there, and you got a little orange.
I said I liked it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. Like you had some.
Oh,
but you hadn't
no, I
had it.
hadn't had it.
I can't believe anything you say now.
Okay. Brandon, what are you drinking?
Sup? I am drinking the Obsidian Lava Lake.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That's
which should be a much better drink than I made. Right. We'll get into that in the news section as well. But it's freshly squeezed orange juice, bit of cranberry juice, and vodka and gin. So it's kind of a lazy day.
Oh, Blur, was it Blur Song 2? No, it was Song 6, right? Or is it Song 2?
Might be Song 2.
Song 2.
I don't know.
All right, well, anyway, whatever it is.
Anyway.
Whatever it was. That's
whatever we were woohooing about.
That's, woohoo is the name of it.
Well, you know how you can woohoo is if you follow us on Twitter. We haven't started the game yet. At Drinking Cosmos, and of course Instagram at Cosmos with Cosmos. If you do your ratings, rate us on iTunes, because that way we can get to some people and they could also learn how to measure things via Skittles. Yeah. And if you're with us on the YouTubes, don't forget to hang out with us after the episode in the hangover that's not called the Hangouts.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
And longtime listeners will know, if you have Etsy, check out Wildixia. She's got some really cool stuff out there. Ron, MrRonProctorShow.com. And if you find yourself in the Council Bluffs area in Iowa, check out RollingBluffsPlanetarium.com. Friend of the show, Jack's out there doing some science and shit.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Jack in a while.
He's doing stuff.
Well, he hasn't shown up.
Oh, yeah. Jack's, last time, I forget, he was doing something. He's a busy man. He's all over the place. Yeah. He does a lot of things. He's very involved with his local community, too, which is fantastic.
And it's looking like it's Blur's song, too. We got Federico in here. We got Elizabeth doing it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
His song, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had song 6
You've
in my
been
head,
song checked.
I have, yeah. Well, it's been a long time since I've heard.
It's all just a blur.
Well done. All right.
I gotcha. And we did just release a new episode of The Shot talking about how astronomy sunk the Titanic. So check that series out as well.
More to come as well.
I am still shocked you did not come up with that.
I can't believe I didn't come up
with
with a Titanic
happy
topic.
I sniped that one from you. I thought for sure she was going to get it. Because Liz is like the biggest Titanic fan, literally of all time.
Yeah,
right.
I know my...
Literally.
All right, so now we can begin the rules starting now. So if we hear a puppy bark, take a drink. If we make a Star Wars or Lord of the Rings reference, take a drink as well. All right, so now we're actually going to get into the episode. High in the sky, talking about what's going up on the sky this next month in May. And as always, we like to highlight one constellation and talk a little bit about it. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's a constellation that whenever I threw it up in the planetarium, and I would say, look at that. Neat. It's up there for some reason. And then I would move on.
I would talk about it. Because it was fascinating to me that it was a constellation.
Why don't we tell everybody what a constellation is?
It's unbelievable that this is a constellation.
And that constellation is Coma Berenice. You're looking at me like I said it wrong.
Oh, well, I don't know how you really pronounce it. I say Coma Berenice, but I guess it could be Bernice.
I said Berenice.
Federico will let us know.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this constellation, it was actually named after Queen Berenice II of Egypt, if you're curious. She was alive from 266 to 221 BCE. Hey. And she married her half-cousin, tends to happen, and became the third ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Did you say Egypt or West Virginia?
West Virginia.
West
married
Virginia.
A cousin.
Married a cousin.
Oh,
but to be fair, it was her half cousin.
I feel like that's just common practice in the ancient world. I mean, look at all of the English royal line.
It's a wonder we don't all have cone heads.
Okay.
I came out with a cone head though, actually.
Well, but that's different.
But,
They get the helmet on you for a little bit. So what is half cousin, by the way? How do you be a half cousin?
Well,
stepdad? I don't know.
You have some. Yeah, there was a divorce, and then you have either your aunt marries somebody. I don't know.
Anyway,
so she married a half cousin.
She married a half cousin, Queen of West Virginia. Continue.
But she became the Queen of Egypt through this marriage. Now, during this time frame, we had a series of wars, the Syrian Wars. It was during the Hellenistic period, because it was right after Alexander the Great died and split his kingdoms up. And technically, fun fact, the Hellenistic period, as Liz knows with a history background, is defined between the time Alexander the Great died and when Cleopatra died. So we got about 300 years of Hellenistic periods. And so during this time, we had many wars, thanks to these kingdoms and split up. And this time, we had the Third Syrian War.
I'm sorry. In the chat, Elizabeth goes, "Moonshine, the drink of half cousin weddings."
Oh my god.
Oh, that's fabulous.
That's great. That is great.
Also, Federico's saying we should do an episode in Latin and ancient Greek, which I would love. I couldn't say any of it.
Dude, have you seen my pronunciation on things? We can't. Then we need Federico. Then you have to be a guest, and you have to do all the proper. You have to use your beautiful language for.
Federico do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah.
He's gonna send me an email tomorrow, going like, "Fuck no, I won't do it." But
all right, Hellenistic period,
Third Syrian War, and the Queen Berenice. Berenice, whatever you want to say, thought I want to be extra sure that the people I love will return from this war.
Well,
so
wait a minute. Her name is not Coma Berenice.
No, it's just Berenice.
Okay, it's just Berenice. Sorry. Okay, got you.
You interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what you guys do to me.
You guys do this to me all the time, though. But
we do not. So this war was going on because she believed that her son was the rightful heir to the throne, and somebody else thought it was theirs. The whole usual thing.
Yeah. Tales old time.
So of course the war started. So she wanted to again ensure everyone came back safe. So as an offering to quote all the gods, just to make sure they get everyone satisfied, she cut off her long hair and laid it at the altar of Aphrodite.
Cool.
However, the very next morning, her offering was gone. It was missing. Disappeared.
Someone stole the hair.
A heist.
A hair heist.
Nice. Luckily, those long, luscious locks were found by the court astronomer that night because he found them in the sky.
Or
Would
he
you look
was
at
wearing
that?
them.
Or he may have been wearing them. The long locks of love, even in 200s.
Yeah.
But regardless, Ptolemy II did return safely back from the war. Hooray. So at the end of the day, it worked, I guess.
Okay.
Also, fun fact, this queen went on to win a chariot team race in the Olympic Games of 243.
Like cool. That was not rigged in any kind of way.
I don't know. Maybe she's got some sweet chariot skills.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Take a drink. Take a drink.
Sorry.
He did it. He did it. He did the column.
I like to imagine all these chariot racers and this queen with the short pixie cut at this time in a chariot as well, and like everyone in the arena is like looking at the competitors with like bow and arrows drawn. Like, are you sure about this, guys? Alas, in the year 222, Ptolemy died. Her husband died. And then Berenice was likely poisoned right after to purge the royal family.
Wow. Also a tale as old as time.
But apparently she started her own cult for a while there, because even a decade later she still had priestess all over the place.
Oh, okay.
And there's still a constellation.
Yes, Coma being Berenice, being the hair of Berenice. In the sky. It's a constellation that is not okay. We got constellations that are flying horses, heroes, bears, or animals, and then we have hair.
All right,
hair. Give me a head of hair.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Comets. What do you call the hazy part of the comet?
The hair, hairy.
Well, yes, you call comets hairy stars, but the hazy part is called
the coma.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, continue, Brandon.
No, that was a nice segue.
I heard like a slightly different, or the tale rendition that I would tell was basically she was a princess, and there was a war, and her husband had to go fight in the war, and so she offered her hair because she was known for her beautiful hair, so she offered it to the gods as long as her husband was returned safely to her.
Yeah, basically how it works.
Her husband was, and so her hair became.
Is that a real sacrifice? Because the shit grows back.
I know. I don't know. Like, it's like, it's gonna come back.
You just gotta give it some time,
and it might even be fuller and more luscious. Yeah. You know, get rid of all that split ends.
Except my hair doesn't grow back.
We do have, if not a primary source, perhaps a secondary source, because in the year 2040 BCE-ish, Callimachus wrote a poem entitled The Lock of Berenice. And not all of it survives, but I kind of plucked some of the lines from it because they were amusing to me. They include, I think this is from the perspective of the hair, which is unique.
All right, fine.
It goes, unwillingly, O queen, I was parted from your head. Unwillingly, I swear both by you and by your head. And then, why do the stars keep me here? I would fain to be the queen's lock once more, and let Orion blaze next to Aquarius.
Also, the poor hair, it doesn't want to be a constellation.
No, it wants to come back home.
It wants to be on the head of somebody.
I would just like some hair.
You would not like some hair at all.
But I'd make a mohawk.
That's true.
I'd make a mohawk.
I like that. Okay, the tales passed down, so this is why I want time travel, so I can go back in time and see, what really happened. Did she shave her hair off and put it at an altar? Obviously, the hair is not a constellation, but it's
I'm willing to bet that actually happened. She was a real person, and there's poems and multiple things about this, and there's a constellation. So I'm willing to bet that actually happened.
She must have had some really nice ass hair.
Oh, can you imagine?
God.
You know, the thing with like the constellation artwork in the planetarium.
It doesn't look great.
Well, the typical one is the Helevicus, right? The Helevicus drawings. Hevelius drawings. That's the typical one that's used. I mean, it just looks like.
Well, all right, not in our planetarium.
Oh, what did we use?
We used the other one.
What's the
blue ones. I don't know what they're called. They're the blue ones.
You listeners, y'all know. They are the blue ones.
I thought it was Hevelius.
You can select Hevelius.
I don't know what the ones we use.
But we are drawing some new ones. So.
Oh, okay. But still, I mean,
didn't know that. Big news. You heard it here first.
Right, and so the drawings are like the artist is doing it was given the instructions of no nipples. No nipples.
No, Andromeda, no. Hercules, all that's gone.
Put a bra on Andromeda.
So the...
free the nipple.
A bra on Andromeda.
But the ones that we got to look at and go, hey, these are cool, we're going to go with this, is all the guys have nipples.
Yes. Free the nipples.
God, just because they don't squirt milk, apparently, and are sexy.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Liz had mentioned how the Locks didn't want to be a constellation. Well, we got some good news for them, because they weren't really a constellation for a while.
Hey.
They were unofficial constellation. What do we call those?
Asterisms.
Asterisms, you're right. So, our good buddy, Greek astronomy Ptolemy, not the husband Ptolemy,
you're right.
But the Greek
There's multiple Ptolemies.
Considered Coma Berenices as an asterism, and it was in fact the tuft at the end of the lion's tail. So Leo has his tail, and it's considered.
I actually like that.
I like that. I've never heard that before. I've never.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's fun.
I like that.
Yeah. But the Queen of Egypt didn't sacrifice her fucking hair to be a goddamn asteroid.
For nothing. This shit's gonna be its own constellation.
Fast forwarding another 1,300 years, our other good buddy, Tycho Brahe, included Comet Berenices on the constellation map, and he is generally given credit for making it an official constellation.
Oh, Brahe, okay.
I do think that you need to actually say what is in the notes for that. He's our good buddy, but...
Not that good of a buddy.
Not that good of a buddy.
Because he's kind of an asshole.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, look at what he did to Jeb.
It's really the Jeb thing, yeah.
It's the Jeb thing. If you don't know what Jeb is, then Google Jeb.
Jeb. With a P.
Yeah, that's
Jeb
right.
Something else.
Jeb. I won't. I really want to, but I won't. Jep. Google Jep. Also, there's a great a podcast called The Dollop, and the Tycho Brahe episode on the Dollop. Definitely give that a listen. But yes, Jep. Google that. Also, I think we have a Brahe episode as well. So
do we?
Yeah, we've talked about Tycho. We've talked
about
Jeb.
Yeah,
I think we've had a Tycho episode, or it's been about Tycho.
I think I hosted the Tycho Brahe episode.
Yes,
that sounds familiar.
We can't remember our shit that we do.
Or was it Kepler that we just talked about?
It might have been Kepler, and we brought in Tycho.
It was a Kepler episode.
But Jep has been mentioned, so you can Google Jep and.
Maybe we should add Old Silvernose to
Old Silvernose.
Old Copper Nose. I think it was a Copper Nose.
Either way.
Old Metal Nose. We'll add them to the list.
I love it.
Okay, so in any case, where is Comet Berenices in the sky?
Yes.
Well, it's tough to see. It's difficult to find. But just know it exists between Botes.
Did you say tough or tough?
It's a wisp of a constellation.
Very nice.
You said tough.
Oh, tuft. It's a tuft of a constellation.
It's tough to see, yes. It's between Botes, the bright star Arcturus, and Leo, because, of course, the tuft of the tail. It only has one formally named star in diadem, so really just know it exists. It's good to see. Go to your local planetarium. We'll point it out.
It's fun, though. It's fun. A head of hair is a constellation. It's fun. I would point it out, and I'd have a little fun with it and make the audience have a little giggle over it.
If you go to your local planetarium and they don't point it out, ask for it to be pointed out.
Chances are they're not going to point it out, and we're just weird
because
when we did our shows.
It's going to freak out the presenter for a moment. It's like, these people know some shit.
I'm slowly dipping back into actually giving little tiny mini planetarium shows, and it makes me so happy.
Oh my god,
so
yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Oh, I got... Yeah, okay. Continue the show.
Okay. All right, so Comet Berenices between, Arcturus and Leo's tail, we get some deep sky objects, including M64, which is known as the Black Eye Galaxy.
Oh.
It actually looks really cool. Also known as the Sleeping Beauty Galaxy and the Evil Eye Galaxy.
Wait. Black Eye, Evil Eye, and Sleeping Beauty. My favorite Disney princess.
Oh.
We're going to unpack that later.
Okay, but still, you like, what's the fucking star? It's in Perseus. Algol, yeah, the Medusa, the Eye of Medusa. That's the demon star.
That's the demon star. Yes, Algol. It's the Eye of Medusa because then Perseus is carrying her head in the constellation drawing.
Yeah. So we have the evil star, and then we have the evil galaxy. I don't know why it's called the evil galaxy. It looks cool as shit.
It does look cool. Yes, it does look cool. Google it. Black Eye Galaxy.
Yeah. So this galaxy is only 24 million light years from Earth. And from the images, like a lot of the pictures of galaxies look like a flat static image. But this one you can tell has like depth and movement to it. And it's really cool to see.
Nice.
All right. Let's just put that in perspective, though. If you were to go out tonight and look at it, the dinosaurs are still dead at that point. 24 million years?
Yeah, 24 million years. Yeah.
Saturn's rings, I think, are there by now.
Right. So the dinosaurs have been dead for, 40 million years?
Sure.
Yeah, 65 minus 24.
Okay, I've only had one slice of pizza, so I'm feeling the drink.
I'm on medication for my back, and it says don't drink alcohol with it, so...
But, so, I don't know if I'm going to get through the podcast and
You only have that slice of pizza?
We'll do just a random episode.
We'll do peanut butter and jelly after.
Well, but then I had the pizza. Hey!
Blockbuster cup
Blockbuster!
that we got you.
Wait, what?
your
drink,
cup.
your cup.
Got you that cup.
Yeah.
The one and only Blockbuster in the entire universe in Bend, Oregon.
In the entire universe.
Yeah, well, it's true now. It's true now.
That's true.
But, yeah, so then I went and did rock. So that piece is gone.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're going to have a fun day. It's Sunday.
We're going to have some Sleeping Beauties later. See that segue?
Uh-huh.
All right. So one neat thing about this Sleeping Beauty galaxy is that in the 1990s, it was discovered that the outer bands of gas actually rotates in the opposite direction than the inner stars.
So it went through a collision.
Yes, exactly right. So it was a galaxy collision about 1 billion years ago.
That's
you
so
nailed
cool.
it. And this was added.
Fuck when worlds collide, Powerman 5000.
It's like
all about
Galaxy. Yeah,
Yes.
I do love the collisions, galactic collisions.
God, I love them so much. Yes, galactic cannibalism.
So this was added to Charles Messier's catalog in 1780, which, if you remember from class, is because he wanted to find comets, but was annoyed by all these other fuzzy things, so just started listing them down.
All right,
we should do a whole podcast on Messier.
We haven't, have we?
We haven't.
We did a little Messier.
It's just going to be where we list his 110 things.
No, we did that though.
And it's just going to be me shitting on them the whole time. For a different reason. So that brings us to the Needle Galaxy. No other names here. From our perspective, it's long and narrow like a needle.
Are we're looking at it edge on, then?
Yeah, edge on, applied directly to the forehead. And it does sit right above the North Galactic Pole. Now, it was discovered in 1785. Any guesses by whom?
Steve.
Herschel.
Steve. Or Jerry the Hummingbird.
Herschel.
It was fucking Herschel.
Yeah! When he gets that excited, you know it's a Herschel.
He added it to the general catalog because he was looking for shit, unlike Messier. So, point there.
Yeah.
Well,
Brandon only gets excited over Herschel's.
Right, but Messier was looking for shit too. Messier was looking for shit.
Yeah, but it's an NGC. It's not an M. It's an NGC.
He just got so tired of
finding other shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want comments.
All right, so other notable objects in Copernicus include the globular cluster, 58,000 light years away, the Como cluster of galaxies.
Oh shit, that's far.
Well, this next one is 260 million light years away.
Right, no. The globular
cluster, 58,000 light years away.
That's not that far.
Well,
no, but the center of the galaxy was where everything is centered.
But a globular cluster was outside the galaxy.
Right. So this is you go to the center of the galaxy, and then you go basically that distance and a little bit more, and you're at it's like one of the further globular clusters. That's why I'm getting excited.
Okay.
And of course, a very pretty M88 spiral galaxy with muddy spiral arms. And like M88, it just looks like a very nice number, and it feels like it should be a spiral galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I feel that.
I love a good spiral.
Yeah. So there is Como Berenices. More. I'm gonna keep saying fast because I don't know how to say it. And that's more than I knew about it when I was actually talking about it to get a paycheck.
Yeah, me too.
Which is something I'm glad my former managers don't know about.
Yeah. I mean, it was never it was always like I'd highlight it if it was.
Yeah, if we have time.
If I have time, or if I was feeling like if no one was really like being active in the audience, I'd be like, let's just hit him with a head of hair.
I have to confess, I've never actually pointed out to an
You've
audience.
never pointed out? We've all done something you haven't done?
Wow.
Yeah?
This is because we grew from the master.
Yes. We are the Mike George disciples.
We were young Padawans, but then we grew into our own planetarium masters. That's a Star Wars reference.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you're right, damn it.
Wow, I can't believe we've done something that the legendary Mike George has not done.
Oh, God.
It's amazing. That's cool.
Imposter
Although Brandon got it from me, though.
Is real.
We are just branches.
We're branches off the Mike George planetarium tree.
No, it's because, I mean...
Because it's like dim it's like...
Well, yeah, it's just there.
No, but like in the planetarium though, because you don't have light pollution in the planetarium, you can easily see it.
Yeah.
It's just that it's like,
it doesn't translate to when people leave the planetarium and are trying to look for something. Which I always wondered I always wondered how many people after a show went out that night and tried to find some of the things that I talked about in the show. I always wondered if anybody ever did that.
As long as it came away with North Star was kind of that way, it's the handle, and there were some planets up. So what I would always say, for example, it didn't matter if the audience actually remembered anything I really said. If you took the science or the locations of planets to heart, as long as they walked out and felt a little bit inspired. That's all I can ask for.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And I think that you could get a sense with the way that we gave shows.
Yeah.
That how inspired they were because they would come talk to you.
Oh, that's the best part.
I love it. Especially after a show. Yes. Oh my God, yes.
So and I actually hate this answer now because I felt like maybe this kid might believe this. But at Gibbs Planetarium.
Oh, in South Carolina.
So this is
no
South
longer
Carolina.
open.
It's in Columbia, South Carolina.
Way back in the day.
This is the first planetarium I ever worked at.
Yes.
And so this is back in the day. Somewhere between 1991 and 1994.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
This little kid asked me, it's a 30-foot dome. It's a plaster dome built in the 1950s because Sputnik had just gone up.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of starbolt did it have?
It was a Minolta MS-10.
Ooh, very nice.
I still smell the smell of the slip rings. So I would have to go and clean as part of my job the slip rings where there was a metal contact which connected to these metal discs, very thin metal discs, and that would control how much voltage the planet projector got, and so where it would be in the sky.
Okay.
And its brightness and shit like that. And so I was given a show. There was two things. Well, there was a bunch of things that happened at Gibbs Planetarium. One of the things was there was a lady that was breastfeeding like a 4-year-old, and I was like,
might as well. I mean, it's a good spot.
Yeah,
it's a good spot for it.
If that hasn't happened in every one of our shows before.
Wait, 4-year-old?
4-year-old.
Wait, I'm sorry. I missed
the 4-year-old.
I completely missed that part and was like, yeah, breastfeeding, great. 4-year-old?
No, breastfeeding is great.
But a 4-year-old? Guys, women out there, you gotta cut it off at some point.
Yeah, but I mean, Game of Thrones, you gotta, the whole Robin thing, it works.
God,
right.
No, you gotta.
Anyway,
they gotta learn to drink milk themselves.
This little kid asked me, how do you know all this stuff? And just
magic.
I said I make it up.
That is the last answer I would have suspected from you.
Somebody in the audience just started laughing. But I'm sure this kid now is like, they just make that shit up. Don't listen to them. They make that shit up.
No, you can't. Look, the 4-year-old. Look, this kid's already fucked up. All right, this kid's already fucked up.
No, different kid. It was
living in South Carolina.
It was not the breastfed kid. Okay.
like the 4-year-old takes a moment. Wait a minute. Unsucks himself. How do you know all this?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
All right, so if you want to join the small shenanigans, join us in the hangover because we got to get this episode.
Yes, you're in charge, Brandon. Get us.
I'm coming back in. Coming back in now that we're done with the 4-year-old sucking at the
I'm sorry.
Science.
My mom's response to the 4-year-old breastfeeding. Ouch.
As should be.
Know, yeah.
As should be.
So we're going to zip through some events for this month because I feel we're going to spend a little bit of time in the astronomy news. All right. So in this next month in May, we have a total lunar eclipse of the hearts. That is.
No,
what?
Go ahead.
Okay. That is on May 15th, beginning at 8:29 p.m. Oregon time, Washington time, 9:29 p.m. Utah time.
We will be awake still.
Yes, and so basically, as the moon rises, it's not the bad moon; it's a good moon. You will see every sunrise and sunset on the face of the moon.
Nice reference there. Nice reference.
Likewise, on May 18th, you'll see Mars and Neptune have a close encounter, less than 1 degree away from each other. Now, you'll see Mars. You won't see Neptune.
No, you need binoculars.
Have a small telescope.
You need binoculars, I think, will do it.
Binoculars, yeah. Small telescope, binoculars.
Yeah.
And a little blue fuzz way up in the distance.
I would just like to real fast point out Elizabeth, her next drink is a White Russian, which is one of Brandon's favorites.
I do love White Russian. And I also love how she misspelled it at first, the Q White Russian with the misspell. But, Q Russian, it makes sense. Anyway, on May 23rd, we're going to have the flower moon. Oh. And it's just a full moon around springtime.
Flowers bloom?
Yeah. Other names for this moon include the planting moon, the budding moon, because we just had 420, and the shedding pony moon. Okay.
Red Russian. No one said Red Russian. Did someone say Red Russian?
Wait a minute. If I could put on my 1980s propaganda glasses, aren't all Russians red? Anyway, so on May 31st, we're going to have a Saturn and moon conjunction.
Ooh, okay.
And they'll be less than 1 degree away from each other, so that'd be really fun to see.
What do you know what phase of the moon is going to be in for that?
Waning crescent, I believe. Because we just did a full moon the 23rd.
So that's good then.
However, it's in the morning at like 4:30 a.m. Your time, so let the dogs out early.
Your time being Pacific time.
Your time being
our time being Pacific time.
What's Pacific time? Anyway. So it's early in the morning, but I love it when Saturn gets really close to the moon. It just looks great in pictures. All right, so now we're going to astronomy news.
Woo!
This is a cool one. I'm going to take a little drink before we get into this.
It's astronomy news.
No.
Sorry, no, wait, let me do it right.
1930s.
I'm going to leave it in, and Liz will pick it up.
Hello, folks. We now have your astronomy news section for this episode of Cosmos the Cosmos. Astronomy news.
Excellent. All right, so we got some news from the most volcanic thing in the solar system, Io.
My favorite. I think Io might be my favorite moon because it's so volcanically active.
It is
and I love. I mean, volcanoes are awesome. So, God, I would love to die.
They're nature's diarrhea.
If I had a choice of death, it would be volcano death.
Sorry. So, if you were to ask, people that came to the Planetarium what their favorite object was, would you ever get Io?
Probably not.
No, it's always
a
Saturn,
small amount of time.
All right, not including Earth.
No one's thinking about. No regular human is thinking about
Saturn,
Io.
Right? It was always Saturn. Io was fun.
Favorite planet?
Saturn.
No, just anything.
A lot of people would say Earth. Actually,
right, but not including Earth.
Well, kind of, because I noticed not a lot of people recognize Earth being an object in space. We just take it for granted it exists.
Right. So, but the key word here is not including Earth. So to avoid people saying Earth,
I don't think I ever gave that qualifier.
I never asked. Yeah.
Oh, you guys never asked?
I asked favorite planets, for example. Lots of those.
But I never did a qualifier. You can't say Earth.
Oh, okay.
I never did that qualifier, so a lot of Earths were given.
Right. I think I included it because
I never let the audience talk
because so many people I like Earth because I live here.
Yeah, but, that was generally why people said Earth.
I think most people say Saturn.
Saturn's a classic
because
one.
of the rings.
But moons, I think. Look, our moon's great. It's got cool stuff. It's kind of boring, but it's got cool stuff.
It's good.
But Io is the most volcanically active object in the entire fucking solar system, and it's right now. There could be something erupting on Io.
There are roughly 80 active volcanoes on Io at any given moment erupting.
Which brings us to the news. Mm-hmm. So, Juno had a flyby of Io last December and February of this year. Now, flyby, it got close. It got within 930 miles of the surface.
Oh, that's
which is super
close.
That's close.
Super fucking close. That's like, Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's close. By the way.
Oh, shit, I never thought of it that way.
Federico says that Io in Italian means me. Io.
Oh. Now, okay, Federico, I've always wanted to know, is it pronounced Io or is it pronounced Io?
Oh, okay, so you can put E, the letter E, O for that, or...
Yeah.
So
it's pronounced Io.
I've only heard Io.
That's all I've ever heard.
But in some old books, it's specified in parentheses.
He says Io! It's EO.
Welcome to the rest of your life.
Been wrong this entire time, or is it AO?
AO. He said AO.
No, it's two E's.
EO.
Yeah, the
E-I-E-I-O. Magnificent. Okay, so just a couple days ago, on April 16th, the team released its findings of this close flyby with this fucking awesome quote. Quote. We also got some great close-ups and other data on a 200-kilometer-long, 127-mile-long lava lake called Loki Patera. There is amazing detail showing these crazy islands embedded in the middle of a potentially magma lake rimmed with hot lava. The spectacular reflection of our instruments recorded of the lake suggests parts of EO's surface are as smooth as glass, reminiscent of volcanically created obsidian glass on Earth. So lakes of frozen fucking lava on the moon of EO. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, all right.
I'd buy a timeshare there.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, that is very poetic for one thing.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Of obsidian? So are they black?
Like dragon glass.
Oh.
It just feels like NASA understates things.
And this is just this
was the principle. Poetic and it's very beautiful.
Right.
But there's also a certain understatement to this.
But keep in mind, this wasn't the NASA release. This was the principal investigator just off the cup talking about it, and that's what he says. That's what he comes up with.
God, I mean, that sounds it sounds amazing. That's really cool. This is the importance of space exploration, people. This is the importance of sending spacecrafts to the planet.
All right.
All right.
So with that, take a drink because this next part's going to be difficult to get through.
Okay. Oh, is it?
I'm assuming
it's the budget. Oh no,
it's the budget woes.
Oh
all right.
God, take all my money, NASA.
Well, here's the thing: they need some more of it.
Or sorry, take all my taxes.
They had requested money every single year. We can talk about how budgets get made. I would love to do that episode. Actually, let's do that later. How budgets get made with NASA.
I'm sure we'll get lots of people excited about that.
Oh no, I would make it entertaining somehow. So, the NASA budget, unfortunately, is coming in at $2 billion under requested sums. $2 billion. $2
billion? That's nothing.
With a B.
Under?
No, not $2 billion total. So they're getting around $25 billion.
Okay.
And they requested 27 to make sure all the funding science is getting going.
Is $2 billion short?
Under $2 billion short. Okay. But
so
I mean,
$2 billion short.
But one Mars rover costs $2.5 billion.
Over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So this is a single go, $2 billion being cut. So like Perseverance and Curiosity, yes, they did cost $2 billion over 10, 12
million
years.
a year. That's a lot. Or maybe to
and
me that's
yet,
a lot.
How much do we spend on our overbloated military?
We need an episode on this because we're going to talk about that in a moment as well.
That would be a brand new episode.
So not only do we are $2 billion under budget, but we had so many continuing resolutions this last year that many other programs have not been funded at proper levels the last 8 months. So, for example, JPL has lost 530 jobs, and these aren't like regular jobs. These are the smartest fucking people in the world.
I was gonna say,
cut.
Look. All right, look. Warner Brothers has cut Rooster Teeth, which is a bunch of jobs from streaming people that I love that are losing their jobs and shit. But these are not jobs that you want to cut from people that are fucking. Yes.
And a number of these people as well are in this country specifically to work at JPL.
Yeah. People come internationally for JPL.
So it's just an absolute kick in the gut. And when this happened, like the outpouring from social media and everyone was immense because everyone knew somebody in the space industry losing their jobs. And they all said, these are the smartest people in the fucking world. Why are we doing this? So in any case, those are continuing resolutions. This is $2 billion under budget. So that means we had to detract money from various programs, including, but not limited to, the Mars sample return. So right now, Perseverance is out picking up samples and pooping them out for something else to pick up later on. And it was deemed infeasible, because it's super expensive, which is fair because at how it was formed, it wasn't idealized in the best way. But now, instead of starting the mission now, they're back to the drawing board to find significantly cheaper solutions, which is, again, fine in this case. But yeah, that's a whole other story. The Chandra Space Telescope, originally it was canceled altogether. originally completely canceled, but it's now just has a 40% budget cut right now. So again, more jobs being lost. We talked about JPL. The space launch system is always under fire for various reasons.
Well,
money's being cut from there as well. That's a whole other episode. Yeah. So let's talk about some other figures. $900 million cut from the Science Directorate. $513 million cut from Deep Space Exploration. $400 million cut from the large mission directorates, so flagship missions. And it's only 0.4% of the federal budget altogether. And get this, you'll love this. NASA is currently getting $4 billion less than the Space Force.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. This farcical Space Force has more budget than actual space science exploration.
I will say, not quite farcical, but nowhere near deserving more than NASA. And she just finished her drink off of that, folks.
Hey,
damn.
You know, Brandon, seriously.
We should be able to tell where we want our taxes to go. I want 0% of my taxes going to the military, and I want all of my taxes. No, I want a good chunk of my taxes going to NASA, some to education, and then a little bit to infrastructure.
I would like infrastructure.
Or public needs or whatever. Ah!
All right, Mike, what's up?
No, I was just going to say you should,
eat this cherry.
To avoid political commentary, you should advance to the next topic. Because this really pisses me off.
Dangerous.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't make it to the last subject. Because up next, we have an update from my favorite spacecraft, Voyager 1. Hey, Voyager 1. All right.
Yeah.
So Voyager 1 is currently 15 billion.
Open it. Do it.
Oh.
Do it. Yes.
Hold on. Let me get it.
Holding. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Satisfying. Oh, look at that spurt.
Did you see it?
I got it on the TV.
It was very cool.
Oh, it's right there.
So this is Cosmos coming at you with 4D technology now.
Did you feel that spray? Whoa!
Wait a minute. There we go.
All right, so Voyager 1 is currently 15 billion, 124 million miles away from Earth, going very fast. Now the update is that back in November of 2023, Voyager 1 sent back nonsense. A repeating pattern of code. Nonsense. Yeah. Absolute nonsense. It had a couple of drinks.
Look, it's been out in space for a while. It's gonna get a little crazy.
So in this case, what it was sending back was from the Flight Data Subsystem. And what the Flight Data Subsystem does, the FDS, is that it takes information from all the science instruments and packages them and sends it neatly back to Earth.
Okay, yes.
So FDS translates science to send to Earth. Now, not understanding the FDS is an issue because if Voyager can't send back, if Voyager only sends back pure jibber jabber, then the team can't translate and understand what's going on with the probe. So Voyager can still take commands, but it can't really relay any information back to Earth other than nonsense.
Okay, so it can understand, but it's like it's had a stroke, and so it can't properly communicate back its stuff, but it understands what's coming in.
Correct. Mm-hmm. It gets it. It just can't communicate back.
Right. Okay.
So what have they tried doing to fix this? Mike, what is the first rule of IT help when somebody calls and says, hey, we have issues? We say, have you tried?
Restarting the system.
Turn it off, turn it back on.
They unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Exactly. Did you just spill it all?
You know what? I'm going to take a drink to that. To Liz Pullinga-Davison.
Yeah,
that should be a new rule.
That should be, no, it's
that
not.
Should be a new rule.
No, Davisons are not a rule.
Okay. It is
the Davison rule
between you and me, Mike. It's an unofficial rule between you and me.
All right, cool.
So they tried restarting it. They tried sending a command that is called a poke. They poked the system. And
hold on, I'm sorry. Elizabeth says the CEO of her company, his dad helped build Voyager 1.
Oh, shit.
That's cool.
That's
we have
excellent.
Yes, I have a listener and a former colleague whose dad of a CEO she works for build for Voyager 1. That's amazing.
What? I wonder what company she works for now.
Well, it's the internet. She doesn't share that.
No, she doesn't share it, but Yeah, no.
Well, he helped build Voyager 1, so there's a chance that company is no longer in existence, because that was a hot second ago.
Well, no. The current company he works for.
Got it. Understood.
The dad of the CEO helped.
And we can talk about this in The Hangover, but I kind of want another Voyager tattoo. So in any case,
of course you do.
I gotta love Voyager. So they poked the system, and it sent back the commands that the poke does. And they had JPL engineers out there looking at it. And it was actually a deep space network. So the series of satellites around the globe picked out some of the code that translated the flight system's memory. And it turns out that 3% of the data has been corrupted. And that's enough to send back Jibber Jabber.
Oh, well, I mean, this is, it's not good, but it's good. Because
it's not good, but it's good, yeah.
Because this is the farthest spacecraft that we have in space. We don't know how long our technology can function properly when going into deep space.
If you had asked the engineers how long the space probe would last, they would not say 44 years.
No, definitely not. Just like the Mars rovers, when it's like they were like, different. It'll last 3 months, but they last longer. And I know that they temper expectations, but I mean, this is basically Voyager is an experiment.
Yeah, it is our
in space travel, essentially.
I am not going to articulate this very well.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I can't. So it's 2024, right?
Ooh, it's be exciting.
If we were to launch a spacecraft to Mars right now, it would be, not even 2024 software. It would be like Windows 2015 or something. Yeah. Something like that. So Voyager wasn't even Windows.
No.
Wait a minute. Was that?
That was.
Okay. Yeah. So
if you heard it, there was a little doggy bark.
Launched in launched in '76. Bill Gates was alive. He didn't make Windows.
Yeah, the technology. Our cell phones are more powerful than moon Apollo astronaut technologies. So I mean, the fact that both Voyagers are still functioning is amazing. Even if they're getting a little bit space crazy.
So when they send software updates to it and that type of thing?
Nope. They don't send software updates. But yes, continue.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All right, instructions. Right?
Yeah,
they do send instructions.
Perfect.
It's from the 1970s.
And that brings me to another point, which I love. When NASA JPL had this issue, the people currently on the mission, there's about 15 people, 15 or 30, I think it's 15 people managing the Voyager. They actually called in people to help build the system. They're like 85, 90 years old to say, hey, you guys helped build this. We don't remember. Can you help us out? And they actually had these guys come in and help out the team.
That's amazing. That's really cool. Although it's also interesting that we don't have just this knowledge. Well, it's like with the Saturn V, the knowledge to build a rocket is lost because NASA.
Right, and we have everything written down, things like that, but it's different. It's the institutional knowledge, for lack of a better word.
Right. It's like Homeric poems. It's passed down. It's oral traditions passed down through generations.
Man, Liz, that was fabulous.
That was a reference I wasn't expecting.
Thank you.
I think we had to take a drink to that. That was good. I probably had 2 minutes.
It's like Homeric. Oh, I love that. So that's actually now being included in my lexicon here on out.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to continue around the way because we're getting a little long in the tooth here this episode.
We get in the weeds. We like to get in the weeds.
Long in the tooth, like rabbits.
Long in the tooth. And don't forget, we do have the Hangover coming up, which we will unpack why Sleeping Beauty is Liz's favorite princess. But I do want to talk about the last bit of news we have written down, which is the largest black hole in the Milky Way galaxy has been discovered.
Black hole number 3.
Non-supermassive category.
Woohoo! Wait. It's the largest black hole in the Milky Way, and it's not. Well, supermassive black holes are typically in the center of galaxies.
In parentheses, I have non-supermassive category.
Federico in the chat, for you podcast listeners who aren't watching this live, says, gosh, firmware programming in 70s is so out of the way of programming, just like someone speaking ancient Egypt.
So yeah, I guess Voyager is talk like an Egyptian.
So this is all about songs that you might hear on the radio.
I mean, that's fair.
By songs is just 2.
It's fair because programming language in computers has advanced, of course, and changed.
Right.
And there's different ones from Java to HTML+, C++, all these different ones. I said Java.
No, you said Java. Java and JavaScript, 2 different things.
It was implied that it was JavaScript and not Java.
No, because Java is an actual language.
Okay.
Focus. No one talking about Java. No. He's in a different galaxy.
All right.
God damn it, take a drink.
Focus.
Sorry, I made a Star Wars reference. Okay.
We do have
so the largest black hole was discovered by the European Space Agency's Gaia telescope by accident.
Oh, that's fun.
You see, because Gaia studies astrometry, the position of stars. When it discovered that the star, 2,000 light years away, which is pretty fucking close, had a bit of a
Jesus star. 2,000 light years away? Jesus star?
2,000.
Oh, 2,000 years ago.
Jesus 2,000 years ago.
All right.
Sure.
Cool.
This makes sense. This is a South Carolina. This is a South Carolina thing. All right, so
West Virginia as well.
West Virginia. So it had a bit of a wobble to it. So astronomers, they measured
gravitationally.
Exactly. That 2 for 2 for Liz today on that.
Hey.
So astronomers measured this wobble, and they confirmed using ground-based telescopes that a dormant black hole was hanging out nearby.
Dormant, so it's not actively feeding. It's just
it's just hanging out, messing up with some gravity. So the astronomer Panuzzo, I'm not sure if he was the PI, one of the astronomers out there, he said, this is a cool quote, "This is the kind of discovery you make once in your research life."
That's exciting. I'm so happy for him.
Is. So the largest black hole in the galaxy, not supermassive, has been discovered recently. So that's the kind of times that you're living in.
And it's only 2,000 light years away?
Light years. Yep.
That's too close.
But
I mean, it's not too close. It's not too close. But also...
Hold on. When you say too close, though, that might freak out some
right,
some
which is
people.
why then I followed up with it's not too close,
right.
But it seems too close, but it's not technically too close.
It's
We're fine. We're fine.
Anyway.
Honestly, I would love a black hole like what Jupiter's at instead of Jupiter. Just orbiting. Or, no, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
That's too close. Hashtag too close.
Okay. But like the same, can you have so black holes, the massive Jupiter probably can't exist.
All right.
They would probably hawking radiation away.
No, you can't.
Shit, we should discuss this.
All right, folks, we're going to discuss this and many.
Hangover.
Okay, all right. Cool.
Yeah, we're going to discuss this and many other things in the Hangover. So, if I can sandwich this back, as I was taught in like 6th grade English, I'm going to sandwich it back and bring it back to the intro. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this week of A Cosmos with Cosmos, High in the Sky. We'll be back in 2 weeks when we discuss the subject of Mike George. Do you know?
Well,
we're doing time.
Okay, all right. We are going to do this.
We're going to talk about time. So just to let everybody caveat, there will be a shot episode coming out on about time. But we decided when we did the shot episode that we need a full episode about time. And so there will be an episode about time itself. Not space-time, just time.
And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today.
Well done.
Thank you for joining us.
Cheers.
Follow us on all the things. We'll see you in the Hangover. Take care.
Bye. Still, we're not muted.
59 minutes.
We're not muted.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You did it.
Hey,
you
everybody.
Did it too early, but it's fine.
Welcome to The Hangover. Why are we doing finger
No.
pistols?
I got an intro. I'm going to do it right. Hey, listeners. Welcome to 4221 CwC, The Hangover. I am Beetlejuice Brandon. With me, as always, is Magnitude Mike and Luminous Liz.
Are we a wrestling podcast now?
No, I was trying to go like, the radio broadcast from the 90s.
We're a wild 107.7.
I thought about this as I was making my second drink, and I thought it was a terrible decision that must be done.
No, I love that you brought in radio when no one listens to radio.
I listen to radio every fucking day.
It sounded like he was doing Beetlejuice.
It was a little Beetlejuicy. It was a little Beetlejuicy.
Okay, so
I'm excited for Beetlejuice too.
But here's how I know it wasn't Beetlejuice, because I don't.
No, it's Beetlejuice.
Sorry,
we're talking movie here.
I know it's not Beetlejuice for that reason, and I can't actually remember the movie, so I know I wasn't referencing it because I can't remember it. I've seen it, I just don't remember it.
You gotta
both
watch
our
it.
reactions were like, "What?"
You gotta. I remember it vividly. I can picture it. I can go through the whole movie in my head right now, for the most part.
No, you don't remember anything from Beetlejuice?
Other than, do you remember it's amazing?
Oh,
I remember that much.
Okay, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin's in it?
Before he shot someone? No.
Yeah, before he killed people. Winona Ryder before she stole shit.
I mean, who doesn't remember Winona Ryder for a different reason?
Fine. I love Winona Ryder.
I don't know Alec Baldwin was in it.
He's the one of the ghosts.
Yeah.
Him and Gina Davis are the ghosts.
Gina Davis is in
the other one.
Wait, the catcher?
Yes, A League of Our Own. Gina Davis.
Yes, Gina Davis.
Is her and Alec Baldwin are the ghosts.
The other one.
And then
the smoking lady.
I also want to point out that Federico said I did a good job. So I'm going to wrap myself in compliments, and it's going to let me fly for the next 20 hours.
Federico did. I mean, you cross international divides with that intro.
I just tend to bring the world together. So we have a lot of things to talk about.
Luminous Liz, though. I'll take
What's
that.
that?
Luminous Liz. I like that.
Luminous Liz.
And you got Magnitude Mike. Magnitude pop. Good reference. So really quick, I do want to chat about why
I watch Beetlejuice tonight. I mean, it's great.
I might do that
if it's streaming on anything.
Why Sleeping Beauty is your favorite princess?
Oh, it's a good question, and I don't know. I just feel like, it's tough because she's sleeping through like most of the movie, right?
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
But I think that it's because I like the name. I like the name Aurora.
That's a good name.
First of all, Maleficent is a fantastic villain.
Right.
Gorgeous villain.
So on Halloween, my mom likes to dress up as Maleficent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she has a cape and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, she's great. I think the whole tone of the movie. Now, okay, that being said, I'm not a big fan of like, the prince and a kiss and yay.
Right, no, I get that.
Yeah, but to be fair, a man does fix everything.
Fuck off. I mean,
well, at the least, Hall Rock.
But I don't know, if we look at like the other I mean, I don't know. I think to use the youth language of today, the vibe of the film. Really,
we had a conversation about this earlier.
We did.
Really gets to me. I mean, Cinderella, she's too. I mean, yeah, she's like.
How do you define a Disney princess? Like in the official Disney canon, or like do they have to be an actual princess? So, for example, my favorite Disney princess would be Mulan.
No, she's a Disney princess.
Yeah, so then 100% Mulan's my favorite.
I mean, Mulan should be my favorite because she's a badass.
And here's the thing about Mulan. So, when I lived in Florida, we had Disney passes and go to all the parks and things, and you could go meet the princesses. And of course, I thought I'm gonna go meet Mulan, and I stayed in line. I was super fucking excited, and Mulan came out, but it looked nothing like Mulan, and I was kind of upset.
Was she not?
I don't know.
Chinese?
I was so before you get to China, you go to Mexico, and Mexico at the time had the greatest avocado margaritas, which sound disgusting, but they were so fucking good.
Oh, it sounds good.
No,
it sounds
avocado
good.
margaritas, and so they would do the trick. So I don't remember anything about that. I just remember being disappointed that it didn't look like Mulan. Maybe she looked like 3-dimensional. I wanted a 2D person.
You wanted a 2D Mulan?
I don't know.
Katie asked.
Did I
Katie,
like Mulan 2?
Did you watch Mulan 2?
You mean the one where Mulan is trying to defend these women that are traveling in a caravan to go meet their husbands? No, I didn't fucking like it.
I don't know what it is. I think it's like, because for me, Sleeping Beauty, it's like dark.
No,
it's kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also Snow White's kind of dark if you think about it.
If you think about,
but Snow White's too white.
If you think about any Disney princess story,
it's so dark.
None of them are great.
No, it's all horrible. No. It's not.
Even Mulan.
It's not great for women.
Did you ever see it at the theater?
I saw Little Mermaid in theaters, and my grandparents on my dad's side took me to see, and I remember seeing Little Mermaid in the theater with my dad's parents.
I have another question.
I saw Sleeping Beauty.
And Ursula scared the shit out of me.
Oh my God.
And she's my sister's favorite.
So. I saw Sleeping Beauty in the theater. Not original run, because that was much earlier. But I had gone to Rochester, New York. And it was a traditional summer vacation kind of thing that we do. We go
Summer 11 happened so fast. Sorry, I'm just doing songs today. Yeah.
We would go to the Gates Chile area, which is where my aunt and uncle lived, and
don't give too much information out on the internet.
Blah blah blah. What? What'd you say?
I said don't give too much information out on the internet.
No. Well, we had gone.
Well, this was the 1920s, to be fair.
We had taken my cousin to see Sleeping Beauty. They were showing it at theater. I called her.
They released it from the default.
Jabberjaws.
Oh,
Jabberjaws.
Because all she did was talk.
Okay.
No.
Yes. I would literally hide in the basement because she talked so much. I could not take it. But anyway, we took her to see Sleeping Beauty and at theater, and it was the first time. Like, you know, you see it on like TV, that type of thing, but this is where you see it on the big screen for the first time. And, you know, it was a great experience, and she absolutely
honestly
loved it.
I think when I think of it, I honestly think that it's really just like Maleficent when she becomes like a dragon. That is like my favorite.
I forgot about that
part.
Holy shit.
Federico says his 2 cents on Anna from Frozen, not in the official Disney canon, but the most human and strong one. Anna, aside from Elsa, she's like a real, just like, she's like a realist woman in there.
What about Brave? I haven't seen Brave.
Brave is good. I haven't
seen Brave.
I thought we watched Brave together.
No, did we?
Maybe, yeah. But Brave is good. I like it when they get more badass. Yeah, sure. But as far as the classic ones,
I'm still stuck on Mulan.
The classic ones are when I have seen Frozen. The classic ones, just from my childhood of growing up, I feel like Sleeping Beauty I just enjoyed the most, or I liked the most, and something about it was just like.
No, I get that. It stays with you and it resonates with you.
I do think...
Then Cinderella
we are like Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and Ganymede. We just resonate with each other.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Exactly. Tangled. Have we seen Tangled?
I've seen Tangled.
I thought Mike would have a better reaction to that.
But...
I'm sorry. What did you say? Because
I made a good orbital joke.
He did. It was good. I think, but the classic Disney princesses was when I was a child, so I resonate with them more because...
Right, but...
Like Princess and the Frog, I missed out on.
I'm sitting there thinking you can see a change in Disney from... Sleeping Beauty, Snow White.
You can. They get
Cinderella,
more. The female characters get more empowered. They get more
agency.
Agency.
More? That sounds like it. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the microphone. It sounds like it is a progression. No, it is a very quantum kind of thing where it is. You have Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, where it.
Belle.
Yeah, where it is all it is all
Belle with Stockholm syndrome.
Quote unquote hero of the story is the male, whoever it is.
Oh, I see.
And then you go from
it's the princess that becomes the hero.
And
of the story.
Yes,
exactly. And then I'll also say why I love Belle. So in the beginning of the movie, she has basically her own library with rolling ladders, and she can sing and roll on the ladders while picking out books. And I want that life. I want to be
and then you gotta fall. But then you gotta fall in love with a beast.
But you still
kidnaps you.
Right. But still, Belle.
Jasmine is a badass. Jasmine is very self-aware and very like confident in her womanhood and princesshood.
Right.
She's fabulous.
And you know,
but Belle is still that old school.
Belle's
old school Disney.
But at least Belle. So I can't. At least Belle makes her own decisions and falls into traps based off her decisions. I guess, right?
Right.
But Jasmine does have a title.
Wait. How does Belle find the castle and meet Beast? I don't remember. She wasn't chased.
Well, it has something like Gaston was an asshole and trying to like rape her, basically.
Hey. Nobody's an asshole like Gaston.
Yes, true. So I don't know. I mean, look. I know today that all the Disney princesses are problematic, regardless of whether they're self-independent or not.
Her dad went to the castle. She wants to go find him. That's
right. Okay. But anyway,
this is not the direction I thought this would go.
Anyway, the moral of the story is that I just enjoyed Sleeping Beauty, I think, the most out of the films, than say Snow White or Little Mermaid or Cinderella. And it probably had to do a lot with like the dragon and like green flames and the darkness of it.
Okay, so
that's fair.
And I remember as a kid thinking green flames and purple flames were the fastest. So like when I was playing my little cars, they'd always shoot at like drawing like green and purple flames be really fucking fast play.
Cool.
And now, then you got Star Wars.
I would like to say though, I would like to I'm gonna cut you off. I would like to say though, I never pretended as a child. I never pretended to be a Disney princess. I pretended to be She-Ra.
Oh.
She-Ra. Oh my God! I told you when I started watching every night on Amazon.
Xena.
I fucking started watching Xena every single night this week. I've watched at least 1 or 2 Xena episodes.
Oh my
God! I swear to God, by the way, it kind of holds up.
It does hold up.
It holds
up very well. And I'm sorry, but I was like, when I did a picture with Lucy Lawless, when we did a picture with Lucy Lawless, I was like, I'm gonna be cool.
Which is right over there.
But after, which was just a quick like, hey, picture, okay, goodbye. Like,
should we get it?
But no, I don't want to take it down. But
don't make her get up.
But afterwards, I did have to like really control holding back tears because I was like, oh God, this is what I was like, I understand Justin Bieber fans now. Like I get it now.
Yeah, but Lucy Lawless has contributed way more to society than Justin Bieber has.
No, just feminism. I was just, oh God, as a female role model. Jesus.
My God. So I didn't catch this when I was 9 watching Xena.
Fine. We're back. Okay. We're back. We heard the sex jokes thing, but yeah, there's a. Yeah, we should rewrite. I have all seasons of Xena on DVD except for season 4, I believe it is. I do not have
we can get that
the
fixed.
DVD.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm missing 1 season of Xena on DVD, I believe.
Oh. Wait a minute. No
one knows what DVD is now. Okay. Now anymore, though.
Yes, I haven't. We'll fix that.
Okay, we'll fix that. So this is.
I
have hangover conversation to have.
Well, right. I firmly believe never meet your heroes. I would.
God, meeting Xena.
Well,
unless
it's
Lucy
Doris
Lawless is a fantastic. I follow her on Twitter and stuff, and Lucy Lawless and Renee O'Connor. Renee O'Connor does a lot of promoting like this hometown theater that she's a part of and productions.
Excellent.
And Lucy Lawless is a fantastic like environmentalist and supporter of human rights. Like she is a phenomenal. They're both phenomenal human beings. Unlike Kevin Sorbo from Hercules. I loved watching Hercules.
Me so much.
And I'm so sad that Kevin Sorbo is not
a trash human being.
Does not embody Hercules vibes.
Right, but
in real life,
what inevitably happens is like, okay, for me, you meet somebody like Bono, who really isn't like the punk genre that like shapes kind of who you are, but also Bono shaped my political views, which is very kind of a left
interesting
political views.
What?
Right. I'm liberal.
What?
I'm progressive.
I can't be in this podcast anymore. Not with the libs.
This is the first we've ever known about this.
But if I were to meet Bono today, my thought of who he is might be completely different.
Yeah, no, he's probably really like an asshole. Like he's probably like
but but then you look back and like, okay, so he does all these what would be considered like kind of left leaning political causes.
Well, at the end of the day, all these people, they're their own person and they're human and they're not they're not these characters that we identify or idealize or whatever.
But we do we project onto them. We project onto them.
My favorite way to put this, as far as comparing the person with the person they play, there was a tweet or something I read in the last 6 months, is that if Captain Kirk met William Shatner outside an Applebee's, he kicked the shit out of him.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Especially since Shatner's 93.
All right,
but that being said.
To answer the chat question,
Kirk's not even born yet.
You mean you don't love the Christian right? No, I don't, because they're not Christian.
Yeah, she was saying that facetiously.
No, I know how she's saying it. But
facetiously.
Facetiously, yeah. No, I don't, because they're not Christian. All these people who profess to be Christian aren't really Christian at all. I am closer to Jesus than these people are.
Honestly, yeah.
I am.
I mean, go read your Sermon on the Mount, and you'll see. Oh, wait a minute, these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, they don't. They're Christian nationalists. Whatever. Anyway. Continue.
I don't need to continue. Braden's leading the show.
I will continue with the next topic we have on the agenda. That throughout the podcast, I studiously wrote down the next topics to follow in the hangover. So up next, we have the topic of shit.
Oh, shit?
All right, let's talk shit. Everybody does it.
We do it.
Yeah. All right. We're trying to help you, man.
And
there's a
whole book. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
I have a new idea.
All right.
So above me, I have a number of old newspapers from the 60s.
Of course.
So I can talk about. Oh, this is a good one. So this
number 3.
This headline says, JFK asked defense sped up. Russia challenged to join the space ventures. So this is actually pretty cool.
All right, hold on. I've only had one slice of pizza.
I had eggs Benedict in the morning, but
did you make it?
No, different story for after the hangover.
All right. Anyway, what's the title?
Story.
So it's from the South Bend Tribune.
In Indiana? South Bend, Indiana?
I actually don't know. It's just a South Bend Tribune.
That sounds like South Bend, Indiana, or Kansas. Indiana?
I can't tell. But in any case, the title in big bold letters, JFK asks defense speed up. And then in slightly smaller font, it says, Russia challenged to join in space ventures. And I picked this up because I found it in an antique store. Super cool, number one.
What year?
This
would have been in the State of the Union, so 61.
Okay.
Okay, JFK says defense speed up?
Asks
for speed up.
Yeah, because Cold War.
You know.
Right, so he wants more money
for
into
space.
defense.
Yeah, for the space. For the space. No, for NASA.
But what?
For NASA.
Space race. Space
race. Did the Soviets do? Because they launched...
So in 58 they launched, 57 they launched Sputnik and things like that.
But that's 4 years in the future. I mean, in the past.
1961. So it says Russia challenged to join in space ventures. So what this did actually is JFK was getting so much political pressure about the budget of NASA, for example, to get into space, and to get to the moon. Because at this point he had made his proclamation. No, not yet. This is later on in the year. So he reaches out to the Soviet Union to say, hey, let's get to space together. Let's complete these milestones together. Let's do this together. And JFK probably knew that they would say no, but for political reasons or to help the funding mechanisms, he said, hey, let's do this together. So that when Russia said no, JFK can come back to Congress and saying, see, these guys don't want to work with us. They want to beat us in every way imaginable. Let us instead fund NASA and put forth into space. And so that was his. So if it worked, it would have been great. Yeah, because if it actually worked, he would have been a mastermind. But if it didn't work, we still get the Apollo missions.
Right.
Well, it works anyway. Either way.
Yeah. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Pizza.
First of all, I can't hear you because of headphones.
Oh well. Do a little.
It's uncomfortable.
No, do it back behind your ear.
No, it looks better this way.
No. There you go.
But I still look stupid.
You know what? That is media broadcasting.
And we had mentioned earlier in the episode, I'm not sure if it was this in the episode or it was in the pre-show, I made a joke that if this is the 80s, the Russians would be called the Reds. Because one of the subtitles is that President offers Reds competition.
Oh. How far are you in Jeopardy?
I think I am. So I finished the new tournament.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. But have you started with the regular people again?
I haven't. No, because I saw you guys haven't had the green check.
All right.
So I haven't watched it yet.
It doesn't matter.
Ask me the questions. Ask me the question.
The Cincinnati Reds changed their names because of the Soviets. That was definitely
so let me get this straight. That a baseball team can change their name because of Soviets, but all sports teams freak out about changing their names over racism.
Right. Or no, just freak out over a quarterback just taking a knee.
But to be fair, Liz, the racism part is about heritage. And I think we're missing that in the discussion.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, considering that I grew up in South Carolina.
Just like states' rights, heritage.
Yeah, I grew up in South Carolina. Is heritage not hate?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Your heritage is hate. That's the thing. The heritage is hate.
You can't own up to it and still be good people. It does not make you bad people.
Yeah, we were shitty then, so let's not honor it and let's move forward as decent people.
Liz and I are going to go to South Carolina in July.
The best time of year to go to South Carolina.
I will have to be on my best behavior. Also, great time to go. I will be nothing but just like in a cartoon when they're sweating vigorously. That will be me.
Oh, just you mean my everyday existence?
Just constant over dramatic water drops,
right?
All over my body.
But all right, the main reason why
I'm looking forward to authentic Southern barbecue. Yes.
The main reason why we're going to South Carolina is to see family, obviously. Family. But the second reason is
Mahalo means family.
Third reason is that we are going to go to Charleston, and this is Charleston, South Carolina, which is just so much history in.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and so. From Revolutionary War,
cannonballs are seen in the state capitol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and so so in Charleston though, you can see the actual cannons that shot cannonballs. Are you sleepy?
And
look, it's just
this is another cool moment, and they kept in place. I guess the concrete tiles. I don't know. The areas where the concretes hit the building or fell onto the ground.
Hold on.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Part of this whole visit to South Carolina is that Liz and I are going to see a few places. We're going to see where I went to high school.
Hell yeah.
We're going to see where the first planetarium I worked at, Gibbs Planetarium. But we're also going to go to the South Carolina State House, which is in Columbia, South Carolina, which has stars on where cannonballs hit the State House. Fun fact, everybody.
You heard it here first.
One of my best friends in high school Chip is his name. That's not his.
Chip. What a fun name.
Yeah. So his actual born name, whatever it is, Clyde.
Bartholomew. Oh,
but
Clyde.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he goes by the name Chip. So Union soldiers actually camped out on his family property.
Oh. Did they feed them?
Well, probably.
Or were they angry about it?
Yes, Union soldiers.
Right.
On,
and so, territory. In the South, though, there is a big, South will rise again, that type of thing. It's
the War of Northern Aggression. Which I thought was a joke until I met you. And
I thought so, too.
No.
And learned it was not, that it was a thing.
Yeah, it really is, and the South really is still fighting the Civil War in a lot of ways.
Oh my goodness! Lincoln being assassinated was one of the worst things that happened to this country. Mm-hmm. The whole plan, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, and actually, there was a time.
He would not have allowed Reformation to be what it
was. Yeah, there was a time
that's still going on today.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I worked at a department store, which will not be named for a lot of reasons, but I was in I actually would show up at 3 a.m. we cleaned the store, and then did
you face everything, get everything faced? From my time working in retail, it means bringing everything to the front of the shelves and making it look nice. You face
it.
I
didn't get that lexicon because I worked at Forever 21, and I didn't get that.
Oh, no. At CwC, you face everything.
Oh, so you're fancy.
You face it.
But to be fair, when I go to Costco with Liz,
he does face things.
I do face things. And
I don't even work
there.
I do, though. When I pick something off a shelf, and it's like the first thing, and so the second thing, I will pull everything forward so that it's in line with the front. So I will still face things as a consumer in stores. So
I worked at this place, and but I also worked in receiving. Mm-hmm. And so I would help clean the store, and then in the morning, receiving would come in, and we basically would unpack trucks. Basically, is what we did.
You cut all that saran wrap around those pallets.
Satisfying, so satisfying.
But it was so interesting
so fun.
To because the team that I worked with was predominantly African American, and they did not like this country at all.
Yeah,
and
understandably so.
I mean, sure.
It's kind of shitty.
But it was so interesting to listen to their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where they're coming from. That's really
good exposure.
And, they so want to say you're the white devil. But you're like...
But they're nice to you.
But then you say to them, yeah, I mean, that makes, I mean, I see your perspective, and
you go, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
That's all we can do.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's not all we can do, but it's a good start.
Yeah, and it's, oh God, this country. Never mind.
Okay, so since I am leading it, I will say, Mike, myself as well, have been around the world. We've seen many different cultures, talked to many different people. This country is great in certain ways. And it honestly should be significantly, monumentally better than it is.
Should fucking be, but
right. Okay,
but my God, this is a good country. We just need to be fucking better as people.
Right.
And it makes
fucking
me
right
because it. I did not.
If all of our government was like AOCs and shit, then
So
fine,
Brandon and I have been to a lot of countries.
Yeah.
Like you said. So I am going to go to a country here in not too distant future.
Now, there's a fine country, nothing wrong with it. Let's leave it at that because you're going there.
And it is amazing people. It
is the food.
Oh, the fucking food! So excited for that.
I'm so jealous.
Amazing
of the food.
Culture, a lot of history, amazing conversation that I have with these people, and but they are significantly different from, like, here in the U.S. Here in the U.S.
I have a question.
We can talk shit about our leaders. Yes.
I have a very quick question.
All right.
So in the chat, Elizabeth goes, just go with him.
Yeah, I can't.
No.
But. What's the Sky Miles? I'm dead serious. Not for me.
It's halfway around the world.
Yeah.
I have enough.
You'll be fine.
But not for me.
You do need a.
Sure.
Oh shit! What is it?
You get your passport.
Fuck! No, it's not passport. It's the visa.
But you can apply for the visa.
You need a visa.
You'll be approved.
Yeah,
but
still, it's going to take some time.
No, I know.
But we have a very different way of viewing things, and being like here in the U.S., I can say that first of all, I do think that reparations should happen, because I do think that there is a generational
economic slavery.
Yes, and I have more questions about that later.
Right, and so I do think that there are...
We can also say, fuck Biden, even though we support, the Democratic Party.
Yeah, even though I will vote for Biden.
We can say that
I see what you're doing this.
out loud and not be shot or imprisoned to death for it.
I will vote for Biden only because the alternative is so much worse. But I do say...
Can we not, people? I mean, come on. Can we not?
Reining us in. Mike, continue.
Right.
I do say fuck Biden. You can't say rein us in, because I am very much a very progressive person. But
Can
anyway...
just get, a young woman...
AOC.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, seriously.
God.
Oh my God.
But I do love the fact...
Some fresh blood for the vampires, please.
I do love the fact that I am able to, in this country...
Yes.
To be able to say, fuck Biden, fuck Trump.
But you can't go to the hospital without going bankrupt.
No. What is it? Wasn't there something like... Oh, shit. Did we talk about this today,
Probably.
or did I dream it?
But we're at the point in the Hangover where we're constructing our soapboxes. We're saying how high is the step.
One slice of
Stay away from the soapboxes.
So I'm going to bring us back and get us to one final subject.
All right.
For the day.
Okay.
No,
that subject.
It's only 37 after the hour. We have plenty of time.
We do have plenty of time. We have after Hangover to talk about too.
Yeah. Yes, we
Elizabeth
do.
is loving this, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Where
you go? We can't say that.
Another country.
Okay. So I'm going to another country later on. I'm going back to Colombia soon, which is kind of my last trip.
Stock up on that cocaine.
No. Aguardiente. I am so excited to bring back as much aguardiente as I can.
Aguardiente?
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll have it when I visit you guys. I love aguardiente.
Okay,
I think I like aguardiente more than soju, which, because we're on the podcast here, let me show everyone my favorite soju. Oh, no, this is not my favorite, but soju.
Zero sugar.
This is not the one you'll be having.
No, we're getting the Nine-Tails one.
Nine-Tails, that's the one.
Yes.
All right.
To answer Elizabeth, though, I'm going to China. And so, they won't stop me.
They don't get this podcast over there anyway.
No, Ramsey does.
Oh.
Yeah, so they will do the VPN.
Oh, okay. VPN.
And get around the
firewall.
The Great Wall.
The Great Firewall.
So, Ramsey, if you're listening to this, I am not going to call you David because your name is Ramsey. And so Ramsey, so they do the VPN. Ramsey has actually listened to our podcast.
Nice.
And I actually will see him there.
And that's super cool. I'm jealous of you getting to go to China to train specifically. Because if I were to go, I'd be there for like 2 months to do different things, and it sounds like hell. True. So you have the much better go of things. So with that. Oh wait. Let me put on the correct persona.
Okay. Yes.
All right. This has been 4210 CwC. I can't actually do that persona. No. I could do the NPR persona much better. So let me try that. Thank you for joining Cosmos The Hangover. This has been both enlightening and fascinating. I want to thank both Mike and Liz for the contributions and for opening up in the way they have. I know it's not easy to do that to an audience, so we appreciate that. And of course, as you know, this is the time that we will go out and ask for money. So if you happen to have a car you want to donate, or perhaps you buy your cappuccino, you have 80 cents left over, feel free to donate that to our NPR local stations. So with that, I am Mike. And for Liz and Brandon, thank you for joining us. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Who are you?
I'm Liz. You took Brandon. You took Mike.
All right.
And
the
figure
Liz.
Standing behind me is
I'm Liz.
Cuckoo. Join us next time as we discuss time. What is it? Why is it?
Where is it? How is it?
Where is
it? We have no idea.
We'll see you then.
Cheers.
Live long and prosper. Goodbye.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Well, I got the hang-ups. We'll see you next time when I end the stream.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're out.